Alright, here's a quick run through for the Diamond Select Toys Art Asylum original series U.S.S. Enterprise NCC 1701 Electronic Starship, the high definition version. And the packaging is identical to the regular Enterprise release of the same year. This is the 2012 blue box, Starship Legends. I couldn't find any difference on here. I mean, there is one, which we'll get back to in a second. But I didn't see anything that marked this as the HD version. There's nothing, you know, I'm sure the UPC code's probably different or something to that effect. But, yeah, aside from the sticker right here that tells you what the actual sounds are when you try to do the Try Me on the ship, the rest of it's the same as the original release, and I was kind of surprised. I didn't really look that close at it when I bought it. But, except for, which one is it? It's the, prepare to attack all hands to battle stations. That's on the other version, and so is the torpedo, and I think the torpedo, the transporter, and engines are also on the other one. But other than that, all the voice stuff is different. So that's kind of neat. But yeah, on the outside, that's really it. Just the sticker's different, and you can tell, of course, by the grid markings on the upper saucer section and the some other paint apps there. The big whatever the big yellow gray thing is there on the front now. Yeah, but aside from that, it's the same box. So we'll go ahead and pop it out and check it out a little bit closer. Okay, real quick, here's the inner packaging for the HD Enterprise. One thing they also did different was the fact that the solid hull on the bottom there has no detail on it at all. So they totally went plain with that, which kind of sucks. I mean, because if you have the original release, the hull color is not the same. The newer one is lighter, so I don't know what the deal is with that. So if you're going to hang it up, you're kind of screwed. You're going to have a big blank spot on the bottom of your ship where there should be a bunch of markings and stuff. And when we actually look at the ship, I'll point that out. I'm not going to remove this. This is all under the bubble. I'm just going to leave this just as it is. I may take the stand out, but I'll probably just use my other stand more than likely. But anyway, that's what's in there. Bottom part of the stand, upper portion of the stand, and yellow background with the vacuum form bubble and the alternate battery cover for the underside of the secondary hull. There you go. Okay, looking at the upper hulls real quick. The sculpts look the same on the top. The grid lines on the HD are actually painted on. This has all the same recesses, you know, like that right there is the same as that right there. They're the same location for all the lights. The hull, but the bridge height is the same and everything. Just looks like they painted in those windows there, but these windows got left out, which I can fix. I'll just have to check the model or whatever, and then I'll get my Gundam markers and fix that real quick. The engines these are yellow. The covers are yellow, and these are more of a clear, and they're kind of frosty, and they got a little bit of overspray on them. But everything else looks about the same. The markings are the same. All the parts used looks like it's the same. Looks like they went a little darker on the little panels there on the supports. And that's really it for the upper side that I can see right now. They didn't outline these panels right here, which I'll just have to get my dark gray marker and go over that stuff and fix it. For the underside, let's see if I can do this without setting off a ton of sound effects and stuff. There's one. We'll use this pumpkin back here for the HD if it'll stay, which it won't, so I'll just have to set it down. Alright, so anyway. Alright, so anyway, the engine cells look the same. Now, on the newer ones, they've been printing all of these crazy numbers, the serial number or whatever it is for the toy, for part of the shipping stuff. They've been printing that in like a black, and finally they went through and they did it in like it's either a light gray or a white. So it doesn't show up nearly as bad as it did on the, what was it, Enterprise B, I think it was. See, the markings are a little bit darker for that hatch there on the HD version. Or is that the HD? Am I confusing them now? Am I mixed up now? No, this is the HD. Okay. One thing that they did, there's a new sculpt for the bottom portion of the saucer section. You can see there's 1, 2, 3 circles. Right here, these little divots. And then the landing gear, right? Well, on here, instead of having those 3 divots, they actually used the landing gear to put their screws or whatever underneath that. And they took those divots out. So it looks a lot better. The deflector's a little bit darker. Talking about paint. And kind of abusing these right now. You can tell like the paint's like really different, which I think I like this one better. So we have a part swap going on here. I have to look and see what's more screen accurate. It's probably that, but I think that actually looks a little better. So I may have to make my own ultimate Enterprise here. But yeah, talking about the hatch or the battery cover, had no markings on it at all, and this has like 1, 2, 3 bold markings on each of them, plus the windows. So yeah, it's kind of a goof, and that's about it. Oh, the lights, of course. The lights. That's what I wanted to do. The navigation lights. So you got your port and starboard lights there, and of course they're swapped. And I think it's starboard's red, port is green. So this one should be correct, I believe. Yes, that should be correct. So I'm not sure what happened there with the previous one, but yeah, I think that's correct. Should be yeah, green and red, I believe. I've double checked. It's been a while since I had to worry about that stuff. But J.J. Abrams lens flare. Da, 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 da. Okay, anyway. But yeah, there we go. That's basically a quick run through of these things. So there we go. Hook me up with some good information, man. Whatever I left out. I do know. I mean, I do know that they didn't. You said they didn't change the models. You know, there's like a physical model, and they cleaned it up, and then made a digital representation with better details. But I don't know if they changed anything else. Like, I don't know if it's as identical. So I just wonder. I didn't see anything. I know one of the ththings I wanted to talk about was in the show we never got to see the saucer separate. But I know in one of the novels, and I haven't looked it up yet, but if you know which the old original series novels talked about the saucer separating, or how many times it did in the novel, something like that. I just kind of want to talk about that. And yeah, I think that's about it, man. So thanks.